and we have the Black Lives Matter movement. And I've gone to some of those meetings. I've gone to a Black Lives Matter event. And the message they're sending out, it's difficult to hear. But at this event in downtown Fort Collins, there were 5 individuals that spoke. Some of them were young African Americans. There was a woman that was possibly my age. And they talked about the racism they'd experienced and the social injustice that had affected them directly. And their stories were powerful and impactful. And they need to be heard. We need to be willing to hear those. There needs to be a place for those statements to come out, for that to be expressed. But at the same time, as was pointed out, you can't allow that to be used as an excuse for lawless behavior. And there was a discussion about the kind of ideology that we see in places like Portland, in Seattle, in Chicago, and even in Denver, where our government officials are not taking a stand, where they're not speaking out, where they're allowing people to engage in this destructive behavior, damaging our public property, our private property, endangering the lives of our law enforcement officials. And I submit to you, when my opponent says that he is a progressive and he will be a pragmatic prosecutor, that's code for there are cases I'm not going to file and prosecute. And I think that kind of message, that kind of ideology coming here is a dangerous thing. I can tell you that destruction of property, arson, looting, attacking and trying to injure law enforcement, that's not political speech, that's criminal behavior. And it needs to be treated like criminal behavior. It needs to be investigated by our law enforcement, and if they're able to put a case together, it needs to be prosecuted by the DA's office. And I intend to do that. It's vital to protect our community. And it protects those people who are out there protesting with a legitimate cause. Because when you see those protesters doing that, they are undermining a message that we should hear.